First, what exactly the cloud computing? And even in that, there are some kind of types, right? Maybe organization to organizations, or the company to company, or the person to person, the use case may be different, right? All the people are going to have the same kind of applications or same kind of use cases. So here we can categorize cloud into two models. One is the deployment model and one is the service model, which you can see on the right side of the picture. Okay, so let's first talk about the deployment models. Uh, what are the cloud deployment models? So if you can see the names of the deployment models, right? We have public cloud, we have private cloud, we have hybrid cloud, and we have community cloud. Okay, even some people are now calling it as a multi-cloud option is also the multi-cloud features also some organizations are using. Even we will talk about that as well. So first, let's define every type of deployment model. What is public cloud? Okay, so public cloud is nothing but whatever we are using or whatever the organizations are using now, right now. Okay, public cloud is nothing but whatever we discussed, right? The resources over the internet. It is accessible via the internet to everyone, to every each individual. It is accessible. Okay, and it is cost effective and scalable. What do you mean by scalable? Scalable is nothing but, let's say today you required one server, and tomorrow you require two servers, and day after tomorrow you require five servers. You don't need to think about it. As it's a public cloud, it is going to be managed by public service provider, right? The cloud provider, they will take care of it. So that's why it is scalable. And if you see the third point, it will be managed by third party provider. Okay, public cloud is going to be handled by cloud providers like AWS or Azure or Google Cloud. So they are going to manage the all the services, all the maintenance or the management of that service. You are going to just utilize those services by connecting it via the internet. That's it. And next, if we come to private cloud, actually this we would have put before the public cloud, but that's fine. I will explain you. So private cloud is nothing but the setup of the environment done by the own organization. Okay, they are not going to utilize any public cloud like AWS or Azure. They are going to set up their own cloud inside their organization because they may require some enhanced security, they may require some enhanced features, they may actually think about some data breach. If we took some kind of a finance applications, if we took some kind of banking applications, right? Even still, there is 5 or 3% of organizations are using private cloud because of some, they require some enhanced security control. Otherwise everyone is on the public cloud only. Okay, so now you got the difference between public and private, I hope. Okay, it's not but simply private cloud is dedicated to the single organization and it will managed by the own, managed by own. Okay, and public cloud is not but the accessible via the internet to everyone, and it is managed by third party providers or third party vendors. Okay, next, what is hybrid cloud? So as I mentioned just now, still some of the organizations which are involved into the finance or banking applications, they are using private cloud, right? So even in that use case also, they are using private cloud for only for the finance related applications, or where they required the some enhanced security for only for those applications, they are using private cloud. Okay, and for rest of the applications, even the banking also, let's say SBI we have, even SBI is also having some kind of customer faced web applications, right? Some kind of web app, some kind of mobile apps are all there, right? Okay, so some kind of applications, for some kind of applications, they are even using the public cloud also. So in the same organization, some use cases or some applications are running on public cloud, and some security related applications are running on private cloud. This scenario is called as a hybrid cloud. Okay, some organizations based on their use cases even running with the hybrid cloud also. Okay, next we have community cloud. Community cloud is nothing but multiple organizations. Let's say one organization is there, under that organizations, now Amazon only we take. So under Amazon services, we have Amazon.com as an e-com platform, and we have Amazon Web Services as a cloud provider. So like this, some sub organizations. In the one organization, we are going to have multiple companies also, right? So in that matter, they will utilize community cloud. They will take the public cloud as a community cloud only, and they will share that resources across all their companies, all the organizations. So that way they can actually improve the collaboration. Okay, and they can also utilize for their specific needs. Okay, so this is about the deployment models. Even you people may heard about heard the term called multi-cloud also. Okay, multi-cloud is nothing but same on-premise cloud, or the even in the public cloud we have so many providers, right? AWS we have, Azure we have, Google Cloud we have, Alibaba we have. So some companies even utilizing the multiple public cloud. Maybe they found for some applications AWS is relevant, and for another some applications they found Azure is relevant or Azure is flexible or cost saving. So they are using, again based on their needs, they are using AWS and Azure both. So that's what we'll call as a multi-cloud environment. Okay, so now you can understand how companies are utilizing cloud computing. So there is no limitations, there is no restrictions. You need to use only AWS, you want to use only, or you need to use only Azure, or you need to use only private. Nothing like that. Based on your use cases, based on your scenario, you can choose multiple options. You can use public and private both. You can use AWS and Azure both. You can combine them. You can connect them. You can collaborate like that. Okay, that is about the deployment models. So if you move on to the cloud service models, what are cloud service models? Okay, we are going to purchase or we are going to sign up with one kind of cloud provider, but based on the requirement. If you see in the cloud service models, we have three options. One is IaaS. The abbreviation is infrastructure as a service. So by the name itself, you can tell that if you go with this subscription model, you are going to get only infrastructure. Okay. Next to that, we have PaaS, PaaS, platform as a service. So here you are going to get infrastructure along with the OS or the runtime, whatever you want with this subscription. And next we have SaaS, which is software as a service. So here you only simply subscribe to the service, okay, and you enjoy the services. You will just utilize the services for your business. You don't need to, you know, take care of any management, take care of any OS upgrades, take care of any application upgrades, take care of any package upgrades. That is what these subscriptions. So if you want the example, right? So for infrastructure as a service, we can take example of server. We are going to just purchase a server from the cloud provider. We are going to install our own OS. We are going to install our own application. We are going to insert our own data into that. Okay. And if you take the PaaS, platform as a service, we are going to purchase the server along with the OS we want. Let's say Linux server, otherwise Windows server. Based on our requirement, we will purchase. And on top of that server or the OS, we are going to install or deploy our own application. And if we take the example of SaaS, what everyone is using emails, right? That is nothing but the SaaS kind of application only. There's nothing you're doing, right? You're just subscribing or you're just registering with that service to use the email. We are not doing anything, right? We are just subscribing or just registering with our credentials and we are just using it. So that is the example of SaaS services. So in the cloud provider, we have so many SaaS services like that. So I hope this slide is clear to everyone, the difference between deployment models and what are the services models and what are the options we have. Okay, with that, we are moving on to the next slide.